I heard he could really play.
No. He can't even be Shakur.
He can't fuck with me.
So you.
What's your Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the videos.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just seen the video.
So exactly.
What would happen?
Exactly.
What would happen one-on-one once the shoulder gets good?
What
He
you think?
he can't beat me.
You see, he got look at his shoes. His shoes not even tied up.
Hey, I'll beat you without shoes.
Oh my God. I was scoring on you. It's okay. Listen, you won the first game. I won the second game. The third game was a draw. So hey, we gonna do it.
So if he won, you know you can't beat him.
Ooh.
Nah, you can't beat him.
Ooh, why I can't beat him? Why I can't?
You can't.
Why I can't?
Alright, so get your squad together.
No, I don't want no squad. I want one-on-one. I'm not
You're not gonna be one-on-one. You're gonna need a squad.
When I showed up, because Crawford ain't nothing to play with. He ain't scared of nobody, and you ain't too big for Crawford. So kill that narrative. It's over with. Love the big draw, and you gonna see.
Things erupt face to face as the rivalry spills into pure confrontation. No camps, no distance, just direct tension between Terence Crawford Shakur Stevenson, Bill Haney, and Devin Haney. The tone is aggressive, the message is clear, and the boxing world instantly takes notice.
Listen, Devin Haney getting knocked the fuck out in the Bay Area. You better come back to get.
Coach, you see what it is. He's full of folly and melancholy. You
got
get
the
what I'm
wrong hat
saying?
on.
Listen, he's full of folly and melancholy.
Don't
He
forget my
cannot
Don't forget my drink.
artfully, respectfully
Walk the same. Take the walk the same. Hey, show me a perfect birthday.
say what's going to
Terence Crawford defending Shakur Stevenson right after the confrontation shows where his loyalty stands. He is pushing back against the boring narrative and reminding everyone that defensive greatness always gets criticized. This moment adds fuel to the tension surrounding Devin Haney and Bill Haney.
Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
The focus shifts directly to the confrontation as Terence Crawford issues a warning towards Devin Haney. The energy is tense and personal. This is no friendly rivalry anymore, and the message feels like a clear challenge aimed straight at the Haney side.
All right, what you? It ain't but one guy. Hold on. It ain't but one guy. It ain't but one guy. It ain't but one guy keeping him away from him. That's Terence Crawford.
Hey,
but one guy.
everyone in the room picked you to win. Everyone that I asked. Everyone.
Except for me, guess what? I'm going with him. I'm rocking with him.
Do you know Devin? Have you seen him grow up over the years? What can you say? He's a champ?
He was a little fighting in the ring with the Reds boxing trunks. I told him that I would fuck him up at a young age.
Terence Crawford doubles down and claims Devin Haney is trying to downplay Shakur Stevenson because he knows the matchup is dangerous. The tone feels defensive, but confident. This adds more heat to the confrontation and frames it as psychological pressure building around the Haney side.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what, three-way world champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you see right now.
like how many actual real titles have Shakur? I mean, Tank had like what, 2?
Yeah, I think 2. He got
Real,
the WBA right
real
now.
title.
Devin Haney responds to the tension by saying he is open to the fight, but quickly draws limits by refusing to move to 47. That hesitation stands out especially after the heated confrontation. It feels like confidence mixed with caution, and fans will question whether the challenge truly excites him.
You versus Dev, is that back on the table as far as us as fans should be talking about this, or is that y'all niggas just doing some Twitter shit?
Nah, I mean, that's cool. Like, I told you, I'll fight him. I'll move up to 40 and fight him. Like, there's no changing, like, what I think about that fight. I think that'll be a big fight, too, in the sport of boxing. And it'll, like, be a long time coming just because of the history of everything that went on. But I'm not going to 47, so that's why I really asked him what weight.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford continues backing Shakur Stevenson publicly and emotionally. Calling him the next best fighter ever after the confrontation feels like a strong statement to the Haney side. It sends a message that this rivalry is personal and that Crawford fully believes Shakur Stevenson is destined for greatness.
Not only because he's a good close friend of mine, he's a little brother of mine. I really believe that boy is, well, man now, because he's not a little boy. I'm still used to seeing him as a little boy, but that man is the next best fighter to ever live. And not just because I'm friends with him, like I said, it's because I've been in the ring with him. I seen what he done under pressure. I seen how hard he trained. I seen how dedicated he is. I seen how
Devin Haney tries to cool the situation with supportive words, but the timing feels awkward after the confrontation. Saying he wants success for Shakur Stevenson sounds diplomatic, yet fans may see it as damage control, while the rivalry continues building in the background.
For me, I'll be rooting for him. I want him to win, and I think that it will align, and it will be a massive fight.
Max Kellerman highlights how elite skill and speed create unbeatable fighters when they refuse risks. That perfectly matches the conversation around Shakur Stevenson after the confrontation. The comparison strengthens the belief that technical brilliance can frustrate and mentally pressure opponents like Devin Haney.
When a guy has those advantages in boxing skill and speed, and they don't take risks, they are almost impossible to beat. So no matter who Purnell was fighting, no matter who Roy was fighting, if someone would have asked me who they're going to be, they're fighting Godzilla, Purnell. They're fighting Roy. Shakur has that.
Ryan Garcia brings a confident and slightly defensive tone while discussing Shakur Stevenson. He insists he has the speed and reflexes to compete and even reminds everyone of their amateur history. Still, in the context of the recent confrontation, this sounds more like fighters trying to insert themselves into the spotlight surrounding Shakur Stevenson. The reality is the attention remains focused on the tension with Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Ryan Garcia talking about quick eyes and past wins feels like an attempt to stay relevant while the main rivalry continues heating up. It indirectly shows how much fear and respect Shakur Stevenson generates across the division.
And the thing is, with Shakur, they're going to be all thinking he's going to spank me, blah, 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 all this shit. And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's going to be a whole, because I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. Like, I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has, I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed me.
Terence Crawford doubles down and openly claims fighters are avoiding Shakur Stevenson. The message is sharp and direct. This reinforces the narrative that grew after the confrontation with the Haney side. According to Crawford, criticism calling Shakur boring is simply an excuse to avoid a dangerous matchup. Saying nobody is eager to fight him adds serious weight to the tension surrounding Devin Haney. Fans will now question whether hesitation from the Haney side is strategic or rooted in real risk. The pressure continues building, and the rivalry keeps gaining momentum.
You like that fight?
He's not going to fight Shakur. You know what I mean? Ryan, he's a good kid, you know what I mean? But I just don't see him fighting Shakur.
You wouldn't like that fight for Shakur? Like, that'll be possibly the biggest fight for him.
I said
like,
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't take
Ryan,
it, yeah.
Ryan wouldn't take that fight right now. It's Shakur against everybody in the division right now. You know, I don't think nobody really want to see Shakur right now in his division. You know, you can say whatever you want. You can say he's boring. You can say, oh, he don't punch. You can say, you know, all these things about him. But I don't see nobody just, you know, eager to get in the ring with him.
Vasyl Lomachenko speaks about Ryan Garcia's growth and evolution as a professional. Even though the focus shifts briefly, the bigger picture still connects back to the heated rivalry involving Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Every top fighter discussing this division adds layers to the tension. When elite names analyze fighters in this weight class, it highlights how stacked and competitive the scene is becoming. The confrontation has already sparked wider debate across the boxing world. The division feels more intense and unpredictable than ever.
Now it's different. Now he's like a professional boxer. Then I sparred with Ryan Garcia. He was a kid, but now he has a power. He has a boxing professional experience, speed.
Bernard Hopkins discusses readiness and timing between fighters, stressing fairness and activity. His analytical tone adds credibility to the wider conversation happening around this division. In the shadow of the confrontation, this reinforces how every matchup involving Shakur Stevenson is now under heavy scrutiny. Experts are carefully analyzing preparation and timing because these fights carry huge stakes. When legends begin weighing in, The pressure increases even more on fighters like Devin Haney to prove they truly want the biggest challenges available.
Ryan is ready. That should be, I don't know for sure, I could be wrong, that should be a healing time between now and then for Shakur, correct? As long as he stay healthy. Out of the gate, no advantages. Would you agree? No advantage as far as being active. Yeah. Both fighters.
Shakur Stevenson questions Ryan Garcia's focus and preparation, which reveals how seriously he studies opponents. This mindset fits perfectly with the intensity shown during the confrontation earlier. Shakur Stevenson is not just reacting emotionally, he is analyzing mentally and positioning himself as the most disciplined fighter in the division. Criticizing focus and preparation sends a strong message to everyone, including Devin Haney. It suggests Shakur Stevenson believes dedication and discipline separate him from the rest. That confidence continues to fuel the rivalry and keeps the spotlight firmly on him.
I kind of think that he's not focused. I don't think that he really took the fight serious. It seemed like he was more so focused on selling the fight than actually working and making sure that he's coming 100% ready.
Showbiz explains that Ryan Garcia looks mentally sharper and more motivated for his upcoming fights. The conversation highlights hunger and mindset, which perfectly connects back to the earlier confrontation between Terence Crawford Shakur Stevenson, Bill Haney, and Devin Haney. Hunger and mentality are exactly what fans now question when it comes to Devin Haney's reaction to that heated moment. When fighters start being described as hungry and locked in, comparisons automatically begin across the division. It builds a wider narrative that the lightweight and welterweight scene is filled with fighters chasing momentum and respect. In the background of all this discussion, the confrontation still feels like the spark that ignited a bigger psychological battle. Every opinion from analysts now feeds into the idea that mentality and confidence could decide future mega fights.
I personally think that Ryan Garcia is just trying to find any motivation to be even more hungry for this fight. His mentality is totally different for this fight, and he's in great shape. I've been worried, to be honest. I've been worried with all of the live streams and all of the kick lives and all the shit. So I've been worried about that. But he just seems just hungry, right? But Mario Barrios was stoic, as always, and he was very serious, calling Ryan Garcia a clown.
Yeah, this is turning into a circus.
This breakdown focuses on risk and vulnerability, which always becomes important when rivalries escalate. The discussion about power and getting clipped reminds fans how unforgiving boxing truly is. Linking this to the earlier confrontation, it reinforces the stakes around Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. In a division where one mistake can change everything, hesitation becomes dangerous. Analysts highlighting flaws and risks only increases the pressure on fighters involved in heated rivalries. The conversation slowly shifts from words to consequences inside the ring. When the spotlight grows brighter, weaknesses become louder and expectations become heavier. The confrontation now feels like the beginning of a journey that must eventually end with real fights and real answers.
It's a bit of an interesting adjustment, whereas Barrios, he's a big dude compared. I think Barrios is probably bigger than Ryan. So massive, massive opportunity. No one obviously ever wants to lose a fight, but I feel like this is a can't lose for Ryan Garcia. You cannot lose this one.
I'm sorry, Mario, I forgot you. Oh no, here you go, Mario. Right. There you go. 8 ounce or 10 ounce. He picked 8, so we're not even gonna give it to him. Actually, you know what? You already made your decision.
Kermel Moton strongly backs Shakur Stevenson and dismisses the idea that Ryan Garcia could beat him. The confidence in his tone mirrors the support Shakur Stevenson received from Terence Crawford earlier in the video. This consistent praise from fighters and insiders strengthens the perception that Shakur Stevenson is feared and respected across the sport. After the confrontation with the Haney side, statements like this feel even more powerful. They create a narrative where Shakur Stevenson is surrounded by belief and momentum. The division is clearly watching closely, and the pressure continues shifting toward Devin Haney to respond inside the ring rather than through words.
Seen some stuff on Twitter, people really debating that fight, like Shakur lose to Ryan. I mess with Ryan. Ryan cool, but come on. Shakur, he had one bad fight, but Shakur is nice. Shakur got talent. Ryan can't beat Shakur.
The confrontation between Terence Crawford Shakur Stevenson, Bill Haney and Devin Haney has set the boxing world on fire. The tension is no longer just talk, it has become a statement that demands answers. Shakur Stevenson stands tall, backed by Crawford's unwavering belief and the consensus of experts who see his talent and discipline as unmatched. The Haney side looks challenged, exposed and under pressure to respond not just with words, but with action. The stakes could not be higher. If Shakur Stevenson proves himself in the ring, it solidifies his legacy as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of his generation. His mental strength, focus, and preparation give him an edge that cannot be underestimated. On the other hand, if Devin Haney shocks the world and rises to the occasion, it would be a defining moment that rewrites perceptions and establishes him as a true contender willing to face the fire head-on. The psychological warfare, the public scrutiny, and the raw energy of this confrontation all combined to make this one of the most anticipated rivalries in boxing history. Every fan now has a choice to witness history unfold and join the debate. Will Shakur Stevenson dominate and prove the doubters wrong, or will Devin Haney seize the moment and change the narrative? Share your thoughts below. Tell us who you think will come out on top, and make sure you stay tuned because this fight will define a generation.